as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Pushed forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The numbers last week for Garçon. 5 catches, 69 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Caught out left side by Robinson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
Second down, 9 yards to go. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
10 more there and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And that is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And the hit jarred and loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson forced out to it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch. Also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here again is McKinnon. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now McKinnon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
K.J. Wright just keeps getting better at outside linebacker. Long, lengthy guy, can rush the passer, can drop into coverage. Has great agility, though, to stay on his feet and make tackles, too.
And still has years ahead of him. Turned 27 in July. Native of Olive Branch, Mississippi. Returnable for Lockett. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Wilson on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And that one results in 35 yards. Now Wilson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Wilson on 1st and 10. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw is Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Akello Witherspoon, the rookie from Colorado. And he's able to get it back 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have him a little bit off balance.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bobby Wagner coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Garoppolo, he finds Taylor, complete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Gold is able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wilson now throwing on first down. That is caught at the 7. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Yet again, Pierre Garcon and company gearing up to take the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Garoppolo to throw on second down. It's caught by Garcon. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. On for the field goal try, Robbie Gould. His career long, 58. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the kick. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now it's Wilson. And this is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Akello Witherspoon, the rookie from Colorado. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you're rebuilding, we know you got to hit it big in the draft, but you also want to acquire free agents. They're going to really set the tone for your team. Pierre Garcon had some history with him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Wilson, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. first down. Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing on first down. Wilson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jared Goff, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
He's to the 10, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll try to run with McKinnon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. On first down, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Wilson. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Earl Mitchell in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
At some point, the doubters have to just kind of back off with Doug Baldwin, don't they? I mean, we're talking about back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Had over 90 catches in 2016.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. To throw is Garoppolo. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time at the 32-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward?
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He finds McKinnon complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss.
And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.